If you have been in the keto world a little bit, or if you're diabetic, you have heard the words glycemic index being thrown around. But what is a glycemic index and why does it matter anyway? In this video, I'm going to answer these two questions in the simplest way possible. And you want to make sure you stay until the end because I'm going to give you a list of low glycemic index foods that you can incorporate in your diet. The glycemic index is a value that is used to measure specifically how much a food increases blood sugar levels. These foods are usually labeled as low, medium, or high glycemic index, and they run from a scale from 0 to 100, with pure glucose being 100. Now, the lower the glycemic index of a food, or GI, the less it is going to affect our blood sugar levels, which is something that we actually want. But who am I anyway? Well, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Talita from Shrinking with Keto, and throughout my ketogenic journey, I have lost over 190 pounds and reversed my type 2 diabetes. Now, throughout this journey, I have helped and coached plenty of people reach their goal, and I hope to do the same for you. On the GI chart, a GI of 55 or less is classified as a low glycemic index food. Between 56 and 69, it is considered a medium glycemic index food. And anything over 70, well, that's high glycemic, meaning it quickly converts into simple sugar in our body, giving our blood sugar a run for its money. It spikes really high. An example is a slice of white bread. Now, white bread has a glycemic index of 75, meaning it really quickly is digested in our body and it gives us a very high blood sugar spike. Now, a general rule of thumb is that foods that are high in refined carbs, such as white bread and sugar, are digested rapidly and have a high glycemic index, while foods high in fat, protein, or fiber take longer to digest and as a result have a lower glycemic index and do not spike our blood sugar levels. But it's not as simple as that. According to a study published in the National Library of Medicine, the role of glycemic index content in carbohydrate metabolism, there are other factors that can affect the glycemic index of a food, such as the ripeness, the amount of processing it has undergone, but also the way you cook it. You see, if you cook the food very fast, for example, in a microwave, then that increases its glycemic index in many cases. Now, before we move on to why the glycemic index matters, let me interrupt you for a second. If this is the first time you're seeing this pretty face, let's make sure it's not the last. So please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and ring that bell icon so that YouTube can let you know every single time I have a new video out for you. And please feel free to ask me anything you want down in the comment section below, and I will try my best to answer every single one of your questions. By consuming foods that have a low glycemic index, you're not only regulating your blood sugar levels, but you could possibly reverse type 2 diabetes as well. Besides that, low GI foods also assist with weight loss and can give you a better lipid profile, not to mention reversing insulin resistance. So let's go ahead and see what some foods with a low glycemic index are. Fruits such as berries, lemons, lime, grapefruit, and avocados are low on the glycemic index, as are non-starchy vegetables such as broccoli, cauliflower, spinach, tomatoes. But here is a list of foods that have 0 to extremely low glycemic index that you can freely consume. Eggs, all meat such as beef, pork, lamb. But remember, if it's processed meat, it has a different glycemic index. Seafood such as salmon, tuna, basically all fish and shellfish. Poultry such as chicken, duck, goose, and turkey. Nuts, seeds, herbs, and spices. What I didn't mention is fat. Fat has 0 glycemic index, almost no blood sugar spike, almost no insulin spike, so yeah, fat is fantastic, right? So if you could follow a diet rich in 0 to low glycemic foods, you could rapidly lose weight, regulate blood sugar levels, and possibly reverse type 2 diabetes. Luckily, the ketogenic diet is a high-fat, moderate-protein, low-carbohydrate diet that can do just that. By following a ketogenic diet, you are eating foods with a low glycemic index. Now, if you want to start a ketogenic lifestyle, you can check the video above on how to start keto now. Also, go ahead and click the link in the description below that has a complete food list of foods that you can consume with a low glycemic index on a ketogenic diet. If you have gotten any value out of this video, I will kindly ask you to press the thumbs up button, as this helps YouTube take this content and push it out to more people that need it just like you. So there you have it, what the glycemic index is, why it's important, and a list of foods that you can start eating today. And as always, chin up, or the crown slips.